So I just moved into this giant warehouse and I converted half of the space into a gym. And today I'm having my personal trainer come over. He's gonna walk me through a workout and I am going to teach him how to trade options in the stock market.
All right.
Come in. Let's get your reaction.
This is unreal. How sick is this?
Isn't this cool?
Pretty amazing.
Now you wanna see the gym?
Yeah.
All right.
Check it out.
Let's go.
Unbelievable. Wow, this came out amazing.
Didn't it?
Yeah, fully set up. Get a nice pulley system over there, some dumbbells.
Everything that you said to get, we got.
Yeah, pretty much. All the weights, everything.
Yep.
Awesome.
So let's just get into it. Let's do a workout. You have some questions about trading because you're actually thinking about getting into trading.
I am.
So I'm the expert in that field. You're the expert in the workout field. So what are we starting with? Stretching, warming up?
Yeah, we'll probably do some stretches and then maybe some cable work to isolate some muscles. And then a little bit of dumbbells. And then if there's anything that you wanted to hit particularly, we can jump into something like that.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, let's warm up. I'm feeling a little tired, a little sleepy, so we need some energy in here.
All right. So is it easy for anybody to start trading?
Yeah, anyone could start. I mean, that honestly is why so many people are trading and why you see so many people fail trading. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, the barrier to entry is so low.
Right.
It takes 5 minutes to create a trading account.
Yep.
You can fund, your account with $100 and you could just start going. But most people don't educate themselves properly.
Right.
And they just jump into it. And inevitably kind of lose money in the beginning.
What are some of the things to consider when you're first getting into it?
So if you really want to start, I would say make sure that, you have some time initially to dedicate at least an hour a day, your first couple months to dedicate to just studying and learning.
Yep.
Some strategies can take 5-10 minutes a day. Some can take 8 hours a day. So it depends on the type of trading, but be ready to spend 7 hours a week on it.
Okay.
And yeah, find someone. I'm gonna give you some guidance in the beginning.
Yep.
Instead of just going into it blind.
Okay.
But it's a very competitive job.
Yep.
Because of the low barrier to entry, and the guys that spend the most time on it, they're the guys that are gonna be taking your money from you.
Yep.
Right? When I go into a trade and I'm, in with whatever size, whatever I'm making on that trade, that's literally money I directly took from someone else. Because it's a marketplace, right? So
Yep.
you gotta have a competitive nature going into it and just know it's gonna be brutal and really tough.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, I trade options, options are essentially a way to leverage the capital you have to trade with. So an option contract gives you the right to buy 100 shares of that stock.
Okay.
So you have this crazy leverage, and obviously with the leverage comes more risk. Need a break with that one. More risk, but more return. So very risky vehicle, we'll call it a vehicle to trade.
Okay.
You could buy shares of a stock, right? Just betting on the company to go up, and you can only make money when the company goes up, right? Options, you can play either direction. You can make money if the market's going down, if the stock's going down, and without a ton of capital, you can see like a good amount of gains. Like you can make a good amount of money doing it too, as long as you're managing risk.
Right. Let's drop this down here, and we'll isolate some biceps, do some curls.
What do you think about this equipment?
This is a great setup. It's very versatile. You're able to get a very good mixed variety of exercises and target a whole range of groups of muscles.
Yeah.
Which is really good.
I can work out multiple times a day. So I'll do
Yeah.
like a morning,
Yeah,
afternoon.
absolutely.
It's great. No, I love it.
Yeah, you can drop what you're doing, hit a quick set.
Yeah, anytime during the day, which is
throughout
great.
the day, which is really nice, yeah.
Especially when I'm on my computer all day and I, get a little tight.
Yeah,
Need
absolutely.
to get up.
Stretch,
So we did up to 50. Is that enough?
I think so, yeah.
For me, it's
Yeah,
enough.
for your range, I think it's good.
For my range.
Yeah,
What
I mean,
about
everybody.
for your range?
I mean, you can get just as good of a workout with 50s as you can with 100s. It just depends on how you use it.
I was just saying the TRX strap, even though it's like more, boring, I think I could get a better pump with this than I can lifting iron.
But I mean, body weight workouts and plyometrics are it's arguable that it's better than weightlifting.
Yeah.
I mean, to combine them and do a little bit of both is probably ultimately the best thing for you. But yeah, I mean, to incorporate some of that in with your weights is great.
Let's do it. Let's do like 1 or 2 TRX
Yeah.
exercises. What do you want to do?
Jump on there and lean back, put your weight on your heels, and do
Just
some
pull-ups?
some pull-ups.
2, breathe out, 2 up like this.
Yep.
Okay, so
So can anybody trade options?
anybody can trade options as long as you're, I think, US, Canada, outside of the US and Canada, I'm not sure. But, so for the most part, yes. You do have to, when you go to sign up for your broker and
Yeah.
you want to get approved for options trading, they want to know you have some experience trading.
Okay.
Because of the leverage and the risk that comes with options, which we talked about.
Yep.
So do you want to trade options, ideally? Is that what you're thinking about?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to get into it.
And like how much would you want to start out trading with?
I'd probably start with somewhere around like 5,000.
5,000. So we have guys that start with 500, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, the whole spectrum. You know, I have guys that trade with over 300 grand. And so really I say start with an amount you're comfortable losing, that you're comfortable just seeing go up and down. Like we really don't want to focus on making money, at least for the first couple months. You want to focus on the fundamentals and understanding.
Watching the money and how it moves and
Understanding how the market
understanding
moves.
the market. Okay.
And not focusing on that P&L and how much you have in your account. So
Right.
as long as the money you have in your account is something you're comfortable losing,
Right.
that's like step 1
Okay.
to start.
Yep.
Getting obviously approved for options trading on your broker, step
Okay.
2.
Yep.
Now, we're just trading outright options. We're buying calls, we're buying puts. Puts are betting on a stock to go down.
Down.
Calls are betting on a stock to go up.
Yep.
Right, that makes sense. I was gonna ask you, how much would you like to make trading? That's what I like asking everyone. On like a monthly basis, I
On
guess.
a monthly basis, I mean, a few thousand would be beneficial. I mean, somewhere between 5 and 10, if possible. I don't know if that's like a.
Per month. I would say 5 to 10,000 a month is possible. It just depends on how much you have to
Time.
trade with.
And time I'm willing to trade.
Not time. Actually, with the way I trade, time is not, like you can't trade more time to make more, which is funny.
Right.
The way I trade, at least. You can trade with more to make more, or be more aggressive with the money you have to make more.
Okay.
But no matter what, it's gonna take you the same amount of time.
So it's not like working out where the more time you put in, you get out what you put in.
Not at the point where I'm at.
Right.
If you're learning and you're starting out, then yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
But I've got a system that, I mean, it virtually takes 15 minutes a day,
Okay.
Tuesday through Friday.
Okay.
So first 30 minutes, you kind of have to be available off of market open. But I mean, entering and exiting, like actual active time trading, like 15 minutes. But I only trade really the first 30 to an hour and a half of market open.
Okay.
That's when I'll enter a trade.
Right.
The way I trade now is pretty systematic and it's pretty simple. Like I built a system that anyone can follow and ideally anyone can see the same outcome, the same returns, same results.
Okay.
Obviously a bit of that's gonna be based on how much you're trading with and
How much you're
aggressive
trading
you
with,
wanna
right?
be.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's see some pull-ups. Wide grip.
Okay. I feel like my body weight is something I can like handle pretty well working out
Yep. That's good.
because I don't weigh that much.
That's a sign of a good body mass index.
I have no idea what my what is it, body fat percentage?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I have no idea, but I go between like 140, 150. So I stay pretty lean.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not that tall.
Right.
So I was doing a couple of years ago. I was in better shape. Like right now, I'm not in the best shape I have been in, which I want to get back there. And I was wearing the weighted vests
Oh yeah, that's good.
to do like
Just add a little extra.
stuff like this, like the just crunches,
Yep.
hanging crunches, and all those different things. Yeah, because I could handle my body weight. We'll get back there.
How would I know what stocks to trade?
So, I mean, there's thousands of stocks, right?
Yeah.
And it's hard to narrow it down to figure out what stock to trade on that day, what direction to bet on that stock going. I have a software that I've been building over the
Yeah.
last couple of years. And the software I have, it essentially finds that stock for me and it sends it to me.
Okay.
So I've automated that part of my trading where I don't have to actually manually look through hundreds, thousands of charts like I used to.
Yep.
I used to spend at least an hour a day going through 500-600 charts. And now my software will just send me the stock and send me the direction.
And is this a software that you've created?
Yeah. It's a software that we started building 4+ years ago.
Oh,
now.
wow.
And I just made it public, like in the last 2 years. Public that it's a software I use because I had kept it kind of a secret.
Right.
It was kind of my own secret sauce, and now I started talking about it more. And
Yeah.
I have like 40 or so guys that are using it, trading
Yeah.
with it.
So you're telling me that this software does all the background investigation work for you, and then it basically handpicks the stocks that you should be trading with.
Yes, essentially it does all the work for you, and then
Wow.
it will
That's unreal.
send that stock to you.
And
And that only
then-
happens in the morning, Tuesday
Okay.
through Friday.
Okay.
This is a very specific period of
Yeah.
time during the day
Yeah.
where it will find those stocks and send them to you.
So what time of day exactly does that 30-minute period start, and then the actual 15 minutes of trading? Like what is that actual time frame? When do the markets open?
So yeah, the market, that's a good question. Market opens at 9:30 Eastern.
Okay. Yep.
I am normally live every morning. Like I live stream, I share my screen, my face, my voice.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
And when the market opens, I'm there and I'm watching the software. I'm waiting for the software to send me a trade.
Okay.
Everyone's kind of watching me, and
Yep.
then if something comes through, I'll go ahead and I'll buy up those same option contracts that the
Yep.
software sends through. And then I have like this algorithm I built,
Right.
which is able to tell me how to manage that trade. So where to get out of that trade for a win or a loss.
Okay.
And then I'll essentially sell sometime during the day. I'll just have a notification that will come through on my phone
Right.
at any point during the day. And it doesn't mean I'm sitting there monitoring my computer.
Right.
So I'm really only on my computer from 9:30 to 10.
Okay.
And then I have my phone throughout the day. I go on, and do whatever I'm gonna do that day. And then
Yeah.
my phone will send me a notification. I'll log on and I'll close that trade.
Okay.
If I was in a trade.
All right.
So that's the whole process. So like actually entering and exiting, that's why I said like 15 minutes
Wow. Okay.
of clicking buttons
Yeah. And following your live stream.
and sitting in watching me.
Right.
Which you don't necessarily have to. Like I text everyone in my group every time I get in a position. I send them a notification telling them like what I just bought and the direction I'm playing and where I'm gonna get out of that trade for a win or a loss.
When can I start?
Start today. I can get you in the group, and like I said, you don't have to hop on the live streams every morning.
Yep.
I could just send you the notifications, and you could start at least following me, learning, seeing what I'm doing,
Yep.
and then progress over time and see if this is something you really want to do. But at least for the first year, just like take it as something like of a learning experience,
Right.
And see how it goes.
Expect to lose a couple bucks, maybe make some.
Yeah, I mean, I like just like I said, focusing at least for the first couple months on the fundamentals, and then don't have any expectations as far as making or losing X amount for your first year.
Okay.
Just kind of feel it out and see if it's something you really want to do.
How much do they gain a year? What's their profit margin?
It's hard to say. So we've been tracking, because everyone trades with a different amount of capital. I can't see in people's accounts. I don't know what size they're trading with, how aggressive they're being or conservative. We've been tracking, so beginning of this year we started tracking like our whole group, everyone together
On average?
on average. And right now we're sitting at just over 65% account growth on the year. So it's been a really great start to the year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in February, our average member in our group gained over 62% on their entire account. So
No kidding.
if you start with 10,000 in the beginning of January, our average member would be, up to 16,500, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So, you would have made like $6.5 grand. But again, I like saying focus on the end of the year and then look every quarter and kind of assess your performance based on, a quarterly basis, not every month. And then look at the average over the course of the entire year. See what
Right.
your average is.
Pretty cool.
Good questions.
Good stuff.
Yeah, we'll talk and we'll see if it's something that really makes sense for you and if
Yeah.
you want to go for it.
Absolutely.